the natural beauty of the west coast of Scotland. It's home to an industry which the average tourist could drive past, yet not even notice. It is these sea lock cages, unobtrusive at the waterline, which are the giveaway to the presence of a thriving and growing industry. This began only 20 years ago as a research project. Fish farming. Fish eggs are nurtured into young fish here in these hatcheries at exactly the right water temperature and only in the purest of waters. Later, as with the salmon we see here, they're transferred to sea cages where they can grow to maturity. Every day there are regular feeding programs, with the fish being fed by meal pellets mixed with a water jet. This is true farming, and the fish farmers themselves talk not of a catch, but a harvest. In Scotland, there are a variety of farms, some owned by large corporations and some run by owner-operators. But in every case, JCB machines can help improve efficiency. For both big and small operators alike, the JCB Loadall has rapidly become the industry standard for handling everything from fish feed to the actual fish harvest itself. These machines have replaced conventional masted forklifts in some cases, but have mostly replaced basic hand labour. Here's how. Some fish farmers have tried masted forklifts and found them severely limited by an inability to load feed forwards onto the decks of the boats. Ordinary forklifts are also unable to reach across the bed of a delivery truck and load and unload from only one side. Ordinary forklifts are also unable to push loaded boats away from the jetty like this. All farms, no matter what size, have to load heavy bags of feed onto the boats, often several times a day. These same boats bring the harvest ashore to be offloaded too. The JCB Loadall has changed all this, making the conventional forklift obsolete and allowing manual labour to be redirected to other tasks. The reach of the JCB 525/67 Loadall is ideal for placing a load well forwards onto the boat. Where a jetty has been built, the Loadall is at home driving forwards downhill with the load. And where there is no jetty or slipway, such as here, the Loadall can drive straight across a natural stone beach. In this case, the owners have been able to save completely on the cost of building a concrete approach road. In this case, the JCB Loadall has minimised the owner's capital investment. Indeed, the machine is the only item of capital investment which handles all the feed and all the harvest. This particular location at Loch Finn can be at the mercy of some very severe weather conditions. But even here, the work is well within the capabilities of this versatile and tough machine. The nets can be picked up easily, an arduous task by hand. And here a truck can be loaded throughout its length from the rear door. Simplicity for a Loadall, difficult by any other method. At this fish farm, a JCB Loadall's meat would be a conventional forklift's poison. How else could a 1-ton load be placed on a deck as simply as this? But Loadalls are not the only JCB machines to be found in the fish farming industry. This latest design of JCB hydraulic power pack is being used to power a crane out in the middle of the loch. It's derived from a JCB mini excavator using the same powerful engine, providing easily enough power to lift these sea nets. And the fuel tank is sufficient to keep the power pack running for a full 8 hours. With both JCB Loadalls and JCB Hydro Chiefs in the fish farming industry, there's plenty of power for the job. And these same machines, more usually found on tough building sites, offer top reliability standards too. With the Hydrochief, cold starting even on bitterly cold winter mornings is assured by a battery big enough to handle an excavator and a 35 amp alternator. With the JCB Loadall, there's reliability even in the worst working conditions. And there's power to lift 2,500 kilos, that's 5,500 pounds, to a height of 6.78 meters, that's 22 feet 3 inches. So for the JCB Loadall, power is no problem for loading a net into this washing and cleaning drum. In an industry which is still growing and still formulating the best production methods, the JCB Loadall is a boon. Amongst these successive generations of JCB Loadall models associated with the industry, the JCB 52567 has become the industry's standard for efficient and sophisticated handling. It has four-wheel drive as standard, ideal for these steep gradients, when the approach to the boat is made with a load downhill. There's all-wheel steer for tight turning to save on the job time. And, as we've seen, there's the forwards reach capability for loading boats with a 1-ton load. Maximum reach with a 1-ton load is 3.33 meters, that's 11 feet. Plus, the forwards reach of the machine is ideal for pushing the loaded boat away from the ramp. The JCB Loadall, the machine that's already changed it all for the fish farming industry. The JCB Loadall, the machine that does it all.